What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Inside the Trenches film room. I'm Brandon Thorne, and today I have a really special guest for you guys. I have Oklahoma State tackle Teven Jenkins. I'm really excited to have him here. Teven, thank you for taking time doing this, and welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, and I'm excited to get into the state.
Absolutely, man. So let's get started here right away and just start talking about it. One thing that I did want to point out that I thought was interesting in doing, a little bit of research on you before I watched your film was, and I believe this is correct, you had 4 new starters on the offensive line. Is that right? And then you were the only
This past
returner?
season,
Yeah,
three. It was three.
3.
Because we still had number 50, the center, Rice Snyder. He was
Got you.
still the center. So yeah.
Okay.
Other than
And
that,
then
yeah, all new guys.
got you. Okay. And could you just maybe talk about that a little bit in terms of learning, the details about the guy playing next to you and just that adjustment period?
You know, as an offensive line, you got to be cohesive and just being able to know how another person thinks, like works beside you, and seeing how he learns and how he uh, basically performs throughout the game. It gives you a lot of information that how you should actually act with him, and it gives you a lot more things to think about instead of just going out there and just doing whatever you need to do during the game. Actually, provides more chemistry, and as you can see in the 2019 season, we had the 2,000 yard rusher Chuba, and we as together as a unit we were very close, very like a close knit group, and I say it did like pay out for us.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. All right. So first play here. The reason, so I'll just kind of touch on why I have these plays in here, and then you could just, we'll go back and you kind of, tell us what you're seeing, what you're thinking. So
Hmm.
this play, one of the underrated parts of your game, I think, is your athletic ability. I think you have good athletic ability for being such a big, strong player. I think that's what most people think of. This play right here,
Hmm.
this, backside cutoff, getting to the second level, just your ability to line up a smaller target, and you can, I think, see some of that here. But
Hmm.
yeah, this is just basically just an outside zone play. But yeah,
Hmm.
what do what's your thought process here?
Uh, Basically, I'm thinking that since it's outside zone, uh, the running back's aiming point's going to take the linebacker just go and scrape. He's going to have to go fast because as soon as the linebacker sees Chuba in this picture just take off, he's going to take off. So I have to point myself at least 2 to 3 yards to the left of him, to the left of the linebackers where he's standing right now, and at least try to throw my hat across, get to him, try to beat him to the spot before he get to react there. And
Right,
as in this play, I got to him as soon as I got to the intersect point, exactly where I wanted him.
right. Nice job just driving him off the ball there.
Hmm.
Man, I loved what you did with your hands and pass protection too. Again, people think size, power with you, but I thought use of hands was
Hmm.
really developed, especially in your second year I watched you. But the snatch trap move, can you just talk about this a little bit and like when you like to use it? Do you predetermine it, or is it just as soon as you see that long arm, do you use it?
No, I don't predetermine. I like basically just off of film. If I come in and see like a big long arm speed guy type of thing, like if he does speed right to like a long arm, a bull rush, like I basically prep it up for it. Like the whole week I practice it with my coach. We practice chopping long arms, getting back in foot positions, and I already knew coming in this game that it was like one of his favorite moves. So as soon as I saw like his shoulder like dip down right there
Mm-hmm.
and start reaching up, I already knew that it was gonna be perfect just to come down, swipe it down, because they're gonna put all their body weight right into that long arm. And as soon as you do that, just try to beat his ass and lay on top of him.
Right. So is that something that your coach introduced to you as a technique? Is it something you saw somebody else do, or how did you pick that up?
I first saw it, in the NFL. I think it was I saw Joe Thomas do it a
Oh,
couple
okay.
times,
Yeah.
and I started talking to my coach, and we started implementing more stuff like this, more stuff like
Nice.
that, and that type of way technique.
That's cool that he was open to it. I've heard some coaches are pretty rigid with, what techniques they allow. So that's kind of cool
Hmm.
that he allowed you to incorporate that.
Yeah, but like sometimes you gotta give it you gotta go up with the long arm. Sometimes you gotta go down. It's just depending on the hand placement and just seeing how it goes.
Right. Yeah. Your ability to go up with it and unlock guys' wrists and forearms. That's, I think we have a
Hmm.
few in here we'll look at. But yeah, that was another thing that really caught my eye. So here, just on the down, just working down on the double team to the backside linebacker.
Hmm.
Um, obviously the power is really why I have this one in here.
Hmm.
You can just see it.
So,
I really like your footwork out of your stance too, man. I mean, this is another thing. Why I'm so high on you as a prospect and why I wanted to have you on was to kind of talk about this as well, because I feel like this is getting overlooked a little bit with your game, but just how smooth you are out of your stance, I think is really impressive, especially for a guy who's bigger like you. This
mhm.
kind of reminds me of like Jedrick Wills type stuff, how you're moving around and stuff. So even though, the running back, he comes through that B gap there, it gives you a little chip. Um,
Yeah.
but do you think right here that maybe you overset him a little bit, or are you doing that purposely, knowing the back is coming?
I did overset a little bit this in this set right here. But during like the whole week, I knew that Chuba's gonna come in, like he's coming through the B gap. He's gonna give me that chip right there.
Gotcha.
So I did use that to my advantage. I didn't want to say like I didn't want to give that credit to Chuba at the time, but I did say that I knew he's gonna come through. So I just said, might as well just use it. So I know it's gonna give me a little bit of help.
Right. And then you could see the anchor there as well, though, which is nice because at this
Mm-hmm.
point right here, he's just trying to bull rush through you, and you're able to set a pretty firm anchor there. So
Mm-hmm.
that was nice. Love the jump set, man. How you're mixing up sets, mixing up hands. That's a pro quality right there, in my opinion. And you see a lot of the best guys do that. So the jump set, man, just talk to me about that a little bit and when you like to use it and just how you go about it.
Uh, Basically, I love doing jump sets. It just comes down like you'd say we have like four pass plays in a row. I'm taking kid sets. He's getting comfortable trying to pass rush me, and then as soon as you start jump setting him, he's gonna start thinking, "Oh wow, it's a run." I'm gonna start like holding up whatever, and as soon as you start attacking him and put your hands on him, he already lost it. He already lost the rep.
Right.
He's already got clamped up as you see right here, and he can't really do anything because you already got on him. You pushing him like the width of your pocket because that's the only thing tackle job really is just width of the pocket. And I
Right.
was really just trying to just own him out there.
Yeah, for sure. That and low snap there, and the quarterback maybe a little bit delayed, but obviously the right side of that pocket is, like you said, I mean,
Hmm.
it's the amount of space there that you drove him out is really awesome, and the grip strength as well. Like you said, just that
Hmm.
mentality you have, you could see
I
it
was
for
like,
sure.
I had to do forearms every day of the week for my when I was a kid because my dad wanted me to do like those like little wrench clinchers little thing.
Uh huh.
So I got my forearms big. Made sure I had to go in the weight room, do more curl like wrist curls to get my forearms stronger, and that's probably paying off for me because of this.
Yeah, man, I think your dad had the right idea for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was stupid at the time, but I guess it's going well for me.
So right here, the finish, obviously the drive, the strain
Hmm.
at the point of attack on the double is really nice. I like how you guys were able to, keep him from getting any penetration, and just the finish, man.
Hmm.
That mentality that you play with is, it's pretty special. Um, your ability to impose your will, and that's something that you obviously try and do, right? Just from some of the
Hmm.
things you're talking about,
Yeah,
that's
without a
something
doubt.
that,
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah,
Was
just
it half this like 2019 year? I barely remember it. I haven't watched tape on this in a long time.
yeah. Yeah, I like whenever I watch prospects, I always like to watch the prior year just so I could see,
Hmm.
any improvements are made or whatnot. And plus, I got to see you. Was it the Tulsa game? Was that 2020 when you played left?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
And
never
I
mind.
switched right in the middle of the game.
Yep, yeah, never mind then. But yeah, just what do you guys? Is this just a kick out block? Is this something that you would?
It's the inside zone to the right. That's all. That's
Yeah,
all it
just
is. Nothing
drive block.
special. Yeah, and then said, I already know I got him, so just might as well just go fuck him up. That's exactly what I went to go do.
Yeah, simple enough. Um, yeah, this finish right here is just, you know, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this is a really tight angle. There's a guy out here that you're pointing to right now. Are you just
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
know?
yeah, yeah. I'm just alerting my guard right here that if that dude comes off the edge, I definitely have to get out to him. I can't help him inside or anything. And as soon as I saw 90 loop out, like it's definitely my guy. And I tell my guard just basically go help the center, unless if he like feels like he has to give me some help.
Got you.
That's the
That step over.
thing. That's what I've been trying to do this. That's what I try to do this whole past year. That little step over. I've
Yeah,
been trying to do like basically I've been trying to make myself a bit more of a dickhead and
right,
let them know that when that happens, I beat your ass. Just letting them know that's the way I did
right. No, yeah. I mean, that's the Quentin Nelson special, man. I mean,
it.
he did that a lot at Notre Dame, and I've seen it a
Mm,
lot. And well, from certain guys, not everybody can do it, but yeah, it's
mm,
pretty awesome. This right here, man, the patience and then how you take away that hand. Did you know that this guy was gonna, or is this guy a heavy chopper? Because that chop move, the cross chop and things like that in the pro
mm,
game is very common. And this right here, the ability to take away that hand, man, I think that's awesome. So just maybe
mm.
talk about that a little bit.
So after going in this week, he didn't even show it all at all in film, but as soon like just basically just muscle memory about how long I've been playing the game, all those experience I've had. As soon as I see the arm come down, like go up, I know it's going to have to shut a smack down in my right hand, like trying to take my outside arm away.
Hmm.
So I definitely try to like wheel it around and get around his arm, and then so I could just replace it on his chest right there, and so I could drive him around and keep the depth of pocket for my quarterback and make sure he has no pressure at all.
Right. Yeah, that reaction is just really quick. That's awesome how quick you're able to feel that. But that's going to serve you well, I think, because you're going to see a cross chop a lot in the NFL for sure. So that was awesome to see. Right here, just I like the anchor. Maybe a little wide with that inside hand, but you're
Hmm.
still able to
My
get your body in front of
Looks like
them.
my stance coming out of my set right here is very narrow, and then I start to overset right here. And then as soon as I saw him go back inside, I had to just try to keep that inside hand. That's what the only reason it's there for. And I start anchoring and start moving my body back inside with me.
Right.
I'm about to say I'm just so lucky I was that strong to do that.
Right. Right.
I feel like most people wouldn't be able to try to recover from it.
No, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the time, people are, it's going to be way more obvious of like a hold and probably be a penalty, but your ability to get back over
Mm,
quick enough, it's huge. Yeah, this is a TV copy of this, probably your most popular
mm,
play on Twitter.
yeah.
But I mean, we'll watch it and then talk about it a little bit.
Mm,
So yeah, now we're going to get into the Texas game the rest of the time. And this game, man, I mean, like going into it, was there anything different for you in your preparation or your mindset at all, or is this just kind of another game for you?
Honestly, going into this week, there was nothing different. I didn't do anything different. I did my same preparation I did every week. Uh, my mindset was the same. It was just always just try to be that dickhead out in the field, and just so happened to be my best game this year because it just everything started clicking for me, and I just started to see how far I could push myself personally.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I think this is one of the first, maybe the first drive of the game. This is early.
Hmm.
Um, and this little dude comes up thinking he's going to do something and just there it is. That's pretty much, setting the tone for the day.
Hmm.
But I like how you pass this guy this slanting end off. He crosses your face, and you don't get too caught up with it. Your eyes are on to the next threat right
Hmm.
here. So I think that ability to play with your eyes like that is really important. Is that something right here that you're just thinking about? You're just you got to get to that next guy, but you have to take
Oh,
care of that first.
definitely. Without a doubt, just even coming up like it's just football IQ is when it is. It's like if you rewind it to like beginning of the play, I can show you. So even in the A gap right there, linebacker's supposed to be there because somebody has to get the A gap, whatever it is. So D lineman's in the B gap, D ends in the C gap. They're going to have to cross face to get in their gaps because somebody has to protect the A gap just in case we're running it inside. You have to respect that game. And
Mhm.
then just knowing that and seeing the linebacker cheating out to the C gap right there, like he's like right above me. Just knowing that, I already knew a blitz or a twist about to come happen, and we already mic'd number 0 in this anyways, and that's just the ice on the cake right there. It's just how it happened. It just
Right.
ended up playing out how it should have, and we had a little game for it.
That's awesome. You saw you processed that pre-snap and everything. That's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Right here, it's that mentality again, that grip strength.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I'm about to say once you start getting that double under,
Yeah.
that's how you know you really got him. That little
Oh
double
yeah.
under clinch right there, like you
Mm-hmm.
just have him like this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That translates to drills you do and lifts you do in the off season and everything once you get in that position, right? I mean, then because it's your
Mm-hmm.
hips, you're using your hips at that point.
Hips, core strength, leg strength. You're doing everything right there.
Yeah. So I like here how you kind of settled your set, using a 5 technique. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously no overset there. That was nice. Just how you set them.
Mm-hmm. Type 5, don't have to get anything. You have to do nothing fancy. You just take one set. You're right there. You're right at the intersect point. So you don't have to go anywhere. Just chill, see what he's going to do, and just do playoff in.
So really, is your mindset here just playing inside out on him, basically, just
Yeah,
making sure he doesn't
yeah.
cross your face.
As soon as I take this set, like my little first set, just make sure he does not come inside because I already know the whole right guard and everybody to the left is just sliding left. I don't have any
Mhm.
help by myself, so I definitely had to make sure I was inside heavy on this.
Right. I mean, that was a pretty deep drop here as well. So to be able to, have a quarterback drop, play
Mm-hmm.
action, turn his back to the defense, and feel comfortable, that's a luxury for sure to have, because
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
I say we came in the season thinking that we were going to do 8 yard drops the whole time,
Really,
and yeah,
yeah,
and throughout the season it's been like it kept on getting closer and closer a little bit, but it's just how it went.
yeah. 8 yards is good. I mean, I
That's
that's
but
deep.
it's a fight, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I was taught that like 9.5 in the pro game. Anything past that, I mean, it's on the quarterback. So yeah, so eight is about right there. Yeah, just the power here.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even expect him to go flying like that. I just punched as far as I could, and he just flew. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't expect guys to fly too, the way they do watching your tape, but it just happens. It's crazy. I'm trying to think why I had this one in here.
I was there you go that double under again right there." Mm-hmm.
Yep, the hand placement, just locking them up. Like how you took away your hand there and just
Mm-hmm.
came up and around.
Just, just basically just don't let them be targets.
Right.
They're literally trained just to smack your hand. So I mean, if you just take that away and then somehow put it back on them as fast as you can, it's all about the quick hand drills that we used to do,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep on doing that. And I'm very confident that when I do do it fast enough, I just not even like I'm missing a beat.
It's all about knowing when to do it, right? Mixing up these things. Timing, man. I mean, timing.
Mm-hmm.
Timing is everything.
So you just can't keep on giving them the same look. They're gonna definitely know how to readjust and redo everything to it.
Right. So yeah, the wide angle shows this one a little bit better, but still, I think you can get the idea of just your ability to string this out and
Mm-hmm.
and really just work around that guy. I mean, he's trying to set the edge, and I just
Yeah,
think you
put
do
the
a nice
stress
job.
on them.
What's that?
I put that stress on them because all right, because I knew you don't have to have the edge right there, and then I had to put the stress on him because it was outside zone. And once I took my second step, I see him turn and try to run. I already knew that that was his job, and I just basically got to turn and run him, and that's what I did. Just widen out this whole zone and made it even like a bigger hole.
Right. Got to give Osai, that's Osai right there, right? Yeah. Just
Hmm.
I mean, he was getting up quick every time. It was impressive because I
Yeah.
mean, he's getting thrown around and he was popping up, popping up. I mean, it was just like,
Hmm.
man. But yeah. uh,
I'd say that's probably my favorite play of the year right there. That's what it was.
really?
Not the drive block. This was for me. Just being able to reset my feet and attack him right before he like as soon as he
Yeah.
starts to open up.
Yeah.
That's was a big deal for me.
Yeah, it was seamless, man. Fluid for sure. Another backside cut off. I think in this game too, there was one backside cutoff right, maybe before this, where either you overshot him or something. I don't
Hmm.
have it in here, but I remember it. And then it was nice to be able to see you come back. And I'm pretty sure it was before this, and you just basically did it perfect right here. So just that ability to correct a mistake. You may have either got tripped up or something. I don't. I wish I had it in here so
Hmm.
we could talk about it. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Uh,
Maybe not.
not off the top of my head.
No. But initial hand placement here, really nice. You're able to just stick him in his chest and then, wall him off. That was nice. So yeah, I think this is just a really there's a lot of little things here that I think are really
Hmm.
notable. So first, throwing that, that forearm into that dude, knocking him back for the guy to overtake. This guy, gets inside of you, your ability to just, grab him enough to bring him back into you and finish. I
Hmm.
thought that was pretty crafty.
Yeah. That's this is also one of my favorite things to do. Every time I know that DN's going to collapse on my collapse on me because I was like the tape that's what they do when they come down.
Hmm.
So I just know like he's going to come in. I know my tight end needs a little bit of help because he's going to be trying to scrape off my ass right here.
Hmm.
So just being able to do this bang back like as hard as I did and trying to get up to the linebacker, I already knew that was a big deal for my tight end just to be able to get that much help because that makes the whole deal of a block is between -1 yards or 2 yards. It's like a big difference.
Right, for sure. So yeah, your ability to just ride him up the arc right there. You could see some of your, footwork and, just moving up the arc and then pushing him over
Mm.
there.
I do say I did open the gate up a little bit faster on that though than I should have. I should have slid my hips instead of letting my hip open up right here.
Oh, you're right there.
Hmm. Yeah, and I should have just kept on sliding my hips to keep myself in front instead of just running them by because it would like put me in a way better position than I was right here.
Yeah, I could. So that, yeah, this position right here, I got you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I liked your ability to come to balance really quickly right here.
Hmm.
To be, stop your feet as quick as you did and just stay in front of them. That stood out to me.
Yeah, but I say when as soon as I hit him right here, you start backing up a little bit, and I didn't know we don't start playing patty cake or whatever the fuck. I didn't expect to do all this like little jabs trying to back like dance around me,
Right.
and I guess just because I'm just good enough an athlete, I can stay in front of them, just keep my feet active, and I just ended up winning the block here.
Yeah. That's something that, definitely trying to evaluate a player for his projection to the pros. Just, seeing the feet, seeing the athletic ability. I feel like if you watch your tape close enough, there's definitely instances where you could see it. It's there for sure. And I
Mm.
think that's one of those that I can speak to that a little bit. So yeah, I mean, just little stab here on the way to the second level, and I think again, just moving well. For I mean, how
Yeah.
how much did you weigh? Like, was it 320? How you were listed?
This last season,
Yeah.
I was 325 to 330,
Okay.
depending
Yeah.
on the game here or there. Hmm.
Right. So yeah, I mean, seeing 325, 330 out there like this is, it's what you want to see for sure.
Mm.
Even though
I
you
said
didn't, go ahead.
this play, I expected number one to just be fucking flying over there because it's the outside zone right there, and
Hmm.
he wanted to hide behind the DN right here,
Right.
and so I thought it was gonna be a quicker what we call a sift here. I thought it was gonna be a
Mhm.
quicker sift than it was. So come to realize I could have stayed on the DN a little bit longer to give Chuba that little cutback lane, like bigger one,
Mhm.
and as soon as I saw number one trigger to the outside zone, that's when exactly what I said. All right, I gotta turn on my speed and just try to cut him off right here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like guys are hesitant to, come up on you real quick, and for good reason, really. I mean, that's the thing that you see, when guys are as physical as you over the course of a game, you see guys are a little less, you know,
Mm-hmm.
willing to,
Yeah.
come up on you quickly. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all. That's all. It starts from the beginning of the game, setting that tone.
right, right.
Mm-hmm. See, yeah, that. See, he just gave it to me this time. I didn't even have to work for it. That's what it was.
Yeah,
He just really just stuck it out there just for the whole world to see,
right.
and then he just like I said earlier, all of his weight's ready all the way there. So as soon as you chop it down, he's falling down.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely gave that one to you.
Definitely telegraphed. I didn't.
But I mean, you took it too. I mean, you took it from him, so this one just you see a little bit of the power. This one on the defensive tackle. So
Mhm. This is a big boy too.
yeah, yeah, he's huge. Love the hands here, man. The again that circle punch, I guess you could call it right there. Just really nice.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like the bait technique, and you like start doing that. Like you fake him out with that punch, like you have to go stabbing him, and then
Hmm.
as soon as you see his hands come up, you just retract it away, punch on the outside shoulder, like I did right here. Just right there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then just keep on sliding your feet, try getting like just keep on basically fighting for that position.
Yeah, that bait technique, man. I mean, to be able to, that's really subtle here too. I love that. Sometimes guys in the pros, they'll be a little bit too deliberate with it and,
Mm-hmm.
slow them down from, actually coming around, but that's really subtle there. Really nice.
Mm-hmm. You know,
That's
they
good.
had to uproot him right here because he tried to bend the edge,
Yeah.
so I just had to stand him up.
Yep. Man, the hands right here. This rep, I love this rep. This is one of my favorite ones. I mean, how quick you are out of your stance and you settle down, and then that little outside. It's like you're a boxer right here. You hit him with like a little, little head slap.
Yeah, I don't mean to like throw my head in their head, but hey, if it happens, you gotta go
Right.
with it.
I mean, yeah, I didn't think this was intentional, but it wound up looking really, really nice.
Hmm.
And then the finish too, to stick with it and sustain as well. There's a lot on that rep. I think that really that'd be one of the like 5 reps if I could pick them to give a snapshot of who you are as a player.
Hmm.
I think this would be one because yeah, show a little bit of
Yeah, just that
everything.
little snap quickness out of my set right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then your ability to not overset them as well and just settle down quick like that. This one, do you give him the snatch trap pretty much technique
Yeah.
right? You give
Hmm.
him, yeah.
I just saw that inside arm come up right there,
Mm-hmm.
and this time I wanted to do the chop with my inside arm instead of my outside arm, and it just happened to be he was putting like always like when you do that little like that like long arm, he put too much weight onto it, and then I chopped him down, and then I ended up just driving him, just pushing him down because I already know if I do that, the play's already over.
Right.
You just see right here, just me just lay on top of him because it's just how
Yeah.
it went. And I might have talked shit at the last damn part right
Yeah, it
there if
looks
you just
like
looked
it.
there.
Looks like it. Really nice set right here. I mean, just, getting to your spot, not oversetting,
Mm.
settling, so improving from, maybe earlier you had an overset or so, but now it looks like you're really, really on point right here. Um, yeah, and just strong at the point of attack. He has to try to go around you, and it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, like when you come out of your stance, are you focusing? Are you actually thinking about driving off of that inside leg right here? Is that kind of your
So,
mindset?
so my thought process going into basically any kick set is first of all, I gotta see where he's lined up, see how long or how like fast I need to get to the intersect point is what we call it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way, I said, the way I taught it myself or my coach taught to me is the most easiest way. It was like a O-line, like I was like two O-line coaches ago. He basically taught me the three dick rule. Keep the defensive man's dick, your dick in between. Basically, keep your dick in between the D line's dick and the quarterback's dick.
Got you.
And as long as you do that, you're in business. So, and then after that, he started teaching me about the intersect point, basically whatever you need to do to get to that point where you're in between the D line and the quarterback perfectly. And as soon as I started learning that and started understanding basically angles and the technique I needed to get to it, I started, like I say, excelling in my pass pro and being able to understand, like, as soon as I come up, he's like a wide five right here. I probably need two sets and settle and see what he wants to do. And being able to have that in my like being able to process that in my head, I feel like it's a game changer.
For sure. And are you thinking about the quarterback's specific drop point on every play? Is or maybe not thinking about it, but you know it and you're aware of it?
Uh, Personally, we just basically do all of our drop sets like all the same. Like all if it's a pass play, he drops back the same yards.
Got you.
So throughout the week when we practice, what we practice like one-on-one pass rush, we practice how deep the quarterback's really going to be.
Got you. And man, another thing, when I'm watching NFL tape with tackles, especially one of the key things I think for a lot of high level tackle play is getting out of your stance first. Right here, you could see you're out of your stance pretty much before anybody on either side of the line of scrimmage has moved. I think this is a good place to pause it. And I did it on accident, but it shows that I think right here, and that's huge. I mean, if especially when you get to the pros, I mean, every little millisecond, if you can get that
Mm-hmm.
little leg up, man, that's huge. So
Yeah,
snap timing is key.
I forgot to mention. Yeah, but all my when I'm doing the pass set, yeah, I do put like all my like weight on that little like it's like the ball of your toe, like right that like little like ball underneath your big toe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm ready to put all my weight right there, so I can push off and react at wherever I have to.
Right. Yeah, man, that's nice. There's a lot to talk about on that one rep. That's really cool.
Mm.
This play was awesome just because obviously you blocked two here. Um,
Mm-hmm. I didn't even I didn't even know I hit another guy when I did this, and then as soon as I went to the ground with both of them, that's when I realized they're both on the ground. Like I didn't know at first.
you just give them each a hand.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do at this point. I never done that before. I was like, okay, I guess I got to hit both.
And that inside hand, I mean, yeah, I don't know what Osai's thinking here. Like he's just going to run across your face free, but just get
Mm,
stoned. And I mean, they're running a TE
that
right
TE.
here,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that play was awesome.
Yeah, I probably stuck him in the chest a little bit harder than he thought it was going to
Yeah,
thought it was going to get.
yeah, think so. This is the last play, I believe, but
Mm-hmm.
talk about this one again, man. Just making it look easy, but yeah, I really like the way you use your hands here, and are just trying to widen him right there, and that just sets him
Mm-hmm.
up and finish it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but say right here's a draw play.
Oh, hold on, I'll go back. Go.
I must say right here he has a draw play. I'm trying to invite him upfield, but seeing that he's going to sit right there, like right on my hip,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that it's going to have to turn into basically a fight, and being able to just have that. outside hand free and just basically wind it up to punch right in his chest. I feel like that was a really big thing for me, and resulted basically him on the ground, him on the ground, and just basically and just me dominating. That's what it was. See, now I thought about like jumping on him, beating his ass more, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't.
Probably a good
Like right there
decision.
at that right there at that moment, like I was like, because at the same time I'm thinking, all right, if Spencer busts it out, I need to go out downfield and help him out a little bit and start to see if I can get like a safety or something. Because I do, that's my favorite part of the game, being able to do screens and going out to the safeties.
Hmm.
Because just seeing that, like I did this against Oregon State by like 2018 at Oregon State. We did a wide receiver screen to Thailand. Ended up like doing like a screen as a. I come down 3 steps, I come out, do a screen. Linebacker flew all the way out, couldn't get him, so I just basically went up to safety. Going to safety, like I already see his eyes lighting up because I'm way downfield, and he didn't expect my big ass to be out there running with him, and just being able to get down there, hit him like I did wish it was a pancake, but being able to get out there, hit him, and Thailand just sprung it right off my ass and just went over there and scored a touchdown.
Yeah, man, that's I gotta go. I gotta go look and find that play then.
Mm.
2018 Oregon State. Yeah, there's a couple other ones I didn't put in here of you getting out there as well on a
Mm.
screen. I can't remember what game, but yeah,
That's it. My favorite thing is to get out on screens and stuff like that. But even though because I'm right tackle, they don't really have screens for tackles on our offense really.
yeah, yeah. Well, in the pros, hopefully you go to a scheme where you're able to utilize that, and do that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, I don't want to keep you any longer. This was
Mm.
awesome. I appreciate your time, and I'm
No.
really excited to see what happens and just to watch you as a pro. So thanks again for
Hmm.
coming on.
Likewise, and thank you for having me. I always like enjoy having film time, going over things like questions or however I like my thought process going into anything. So, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the time.